Everything you are about to hear is mature and adult content.
Our podcast is riddled with satire.
Don't take it seriously, because we don't.
I'm Nate,
I'm Evan.
And I'm Kyle.
and together we're the three smart boys. We don't know a lot about anything, so we made a podcast about everything. Let's get into it. I got my lemonade drink, I got my cheese stick, and a hard dick. Let's start this podcast.
I also have a cheese stick.
Evan,
I have a bottle
you're the
of
only
water.
one. You're the only one without a cheese stick. Well,
These are not cheese sticks, they're cheese snacks.
it does specify on the packaging. It says cheese snacks.
Very
which,
specific.
which we've been making memes about for some time within
fuck,
just
I
between
hit the mic.
bump the fucking mic stand.
Here, I'm gonna move it back since I turned up I turned up the sensitivity. There,
Break it down.
don't go over the cord.
Back it
okay,
up.
so
Don't go over the cord.
Nate, were you gonna start off?
Cheese
this?
stick. Yeah, I already did.
Well,
Oh, you actually want me to start with my topic?
yeah, I figured
Okay.
you'd start with your
Well,
topic.
because with
since you
with my
started.
topic, we're gonna have to go on the internet. Now, Evan, while you look it up, I'm gonna have you go on your web browser right now.
All right.
On the computer. So I'm gonna give
Yeah.
a bit of brief backstory. So
what exactly do I look up?
look up Craigslist missed connections.
Oh, God, no.
You know what these are?
I know what these are.
Okay, see, now that's the thing, is I had this recommended to me after the first episode of our podcast because one of the three listeners we have said that they liked the Yahoo Answers section and they would love us to go through Craigslist missed connections. And I had never heard of this.
What the hell is it?
And I don't know. I didn't even look it up. I was so unfamiliar with this that I figured we could all just learn together. See, now I'm being too loud, aren't I?
Well, I mean, I turned up the sensitivity, and I don't like that. It's too loud.
Okay.
It might be.
But no.
right here, I
So
can-
I've been sitting on this topic
yeah.
since we released the first episode. So it's been weeks, and I have resisted the urge to look this up.
Why all of a sudden the change of heart?
Did you have yourself a misconnection?
I did not. I don't even know what that is. But we're about to find out, and I guess the change of heart just comes from there wasn't a really good time, and now I feels like a really just solid time.
Would you
What
want me
the
to-
fuck
do you
is
want me-
this?
Okay, I'll explain. So,
Okay.
basically what misconnections is, so let's just set a scene.
Okay.
You're at your local Starbucks, you're drinking your extremely overpriced latte.
Don't throw some jazz in the background so we can really set the mood.
You look across the room.
Could just put in.
Yeah, we could
music
actually...
in post. No, okay.
You're sitting
No,
in
no,
your
no, it's
Starbucks.
better this way.
All right, we'll start over. So you're sitting at Starbucks, sipping on your overpriced latte, and you look across the room, and you see one beautiful woman. You guys make eye contact. You both smile, but nothing happens.
Oh,
So then you go-
connections.
So then,
That's the saddest shit I've ever heard.
so then you go on Craigslist, and you can post whether or not you had a misconnection, and you can explain that misconnection and hope that that one other person that you had a misconnection with will see it and message you.
So it's like one of them. It's like a
It's like,
depressing.
I-
It's
version
the
of
saddest
Tinder.
thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, it's like I may or may not have seen love at first sight. So if you are that other person, come see me.
It's the.
You got cheese all over
I know.
your face.
That's the problem.
And all up in your beard.
It's because it's stringy. I know, and I do have the beard now, which is fucking with me. But this is some of the saddest shit I've ever heard.
This is very sad. So like, all you do is make eye contact with somebody. It's like,
No,
oh
I mean-
fuck, now
no. It's
I
like
need
you
to
share.
fuck
There's
them.
an electricity. There's a charged moment.
Yeah.
And you've missed that charged moment because you didn't have the
Fucking
guts
balls.
to say anything.
Yeah, you didn't have the.
But
balls.
now it's like you've been thinking about it. It's been plaguing you, and you just want to put this out on the internet in hopes. It's the Pina Colada song. If you're familiar, there's an ad in the newspaper. It's like, hey, if this is what you're
Oh.
looking for.
See, that's just kind of stupid. Cause like you really think that person you saw that one time was the one for you? Like,
I
It's
want to
not
know.
that they're the one. It's that it just could have turned into something.
I want to know what the turnover rate of these are. What percentage of people?
I'm excited to get into this.
here, should we Google what the turnover rate is?
Probably
You-
extremely low. Let's just
I
mean,
cannot imagine that these misconnections actually ever like turn into something.
I mean, you could be a memer and you can go on Craigslist and say, "Oh, I'm that chick. Oh my God, I love you so much." I don't know.
We should meet up. This is Catfish Central is what this is.
Extremely catfish central.
Like you can't prove this shit ever.
Holy crap!
Okay,
This
what's amazing to me is that they have. It's not just heteronormative, which is what I would imagine it would be. I'm seeing male for male, male for woman. I mean, that's what the M4W is, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Male looking for women.
Oh,
Male for women.
I thought that was a file type. I was like, what's an M4W?
Evan, you little bubble boy. No. It's male for male. So Evan, you want to read off the first one?
This one is actually a male for male. Interesting enough.
In Fishers, Indiana.
Hit us up. Read it for us.
I was around you in the Goodwill store. Okay, blah blah blah.
I think we should add.
Around 5 p.m. tonight.
Okay, Evan.
What?
Your reading is just awful. There's no narrative power to that.
There is none.
What you can do though is add some music to this later in post. Man of color and indie. I was around you in the Goodwill store at 96 and Hague Road tonight around 5 p.m. We came into the same aisles and areas a few times, and I was smitten by your tall, nice physique and you're very handsome, not to mention being behind you at the checkout. And the nice bulge in your dress pants.
Oh my god.
You were all dressed in one color. If you see this, it's you. And tell me what you were wearing on your head. Woof, woof, woof. That's specifically at the end. Wolf in all caps 3 times. Do not contact me. Look at that spike.
If you're gonna scream, get away from the mic.
Do not contact me with unsolicited services. Well, thank God that wasn't open because I just dropped my pink lemonade.
Oh, yeah, that could have been an issue.
It sounded like it was. But yeah, so there's that. That's the whole point, right? I like that one.
This just sounds like horny, lonely people.
I'm pretty sure there was one that specifically said if you go back, sad and horny.
Yeah,
Go back and try to find sad and horny because that looked good. Yeah.
Sad but horny. There you go, right there.
Good shit. Horny. Oh, this is so easy. Okay, Kyle, you want to take a crack at this one?
Okay. I'm really bad at reading, but we'll try. Okay.
No, you did well earlier. Male for male, specified.
Okay, so this is sad but horny, male for male, Newcastle. Not New Carlo. Newcastle.
We're helping these people find love.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Advertising for them.
You were the groundskeeper at a funeral I attended today in Newcastle.
Oh, no.
You are a hot, hairy man. I watched you work. If this is you, message me and tell me what name was on your work shirt and which cemetery you work at.
Oh, so they are helping against the catfishing.
So yeah,
you'd have to be specific.
You'd have to be you'd have to guess so well. You'd have to be such a good guesser to be able to.
That's beyond guesswork, dude.
That's
fucking psychic shit.
Yeah.
Or you could just become a detective.
Okay, Evan. I want you to have one more chance.
One more chance to read. Nate, I don't read in my classes.
No.
When the teacher asks for someone to read, I sit there.
You can do it enough. All right, I want you to find. Whoa.
BSU babe.
BSU babe. This is us.
Oh yeah.
This is us.
I need to get
near
the mic.
Get in front of the mic
so I can read it sensually.
Okay. Read the title too.
BSU babe.
That's the antithesis of what we were looking for.
I had responded to your post for the
wow.
I can't. See, the issue here is I can't even read.
And do you can't? Yeah,
I just can't read.
Evan's illiterate is what we're finding out on this podcast.
It's not written in Java, so we can't read.
Kyle, you want to hit me with the title, and I'll go in on the post.
Okay.
Make it real sensual. Real sensual.
BSU babe. Men. Oh fuck that up.
It's okay.
Male for woman.
I had responded to a post of yours here in the personals, and then you got flagged by some douche. You were gonna come over and visit this weekend. Short, blonde hair, beautiful eyes, and a rockin' body. Like scotch and attends BSU. I hope to reconnect soon. Less than 3.
Less than 3? You said less than 3.
That actually plagues me deeply. This whole concept. I'll just be louder. Don't adjust the volume. This whole concept plagues me so deeply.
It's so fucking vague too. Just yes, you were attractive and liked scotch. It's like how many fucking.
What I'm wondering is how many of these people were just like. How many of these people are reverse catfishing?
Exactly.
Where they're just like throwing shit out and hoping that someone's like,
that's me.
I'm a short blonde hair.
Yeah.
Like maybe I got a rockin' bod.
Yeah. That's what I figure is
Evan,
happening.
you have short
well.
blonde hair, beautiful eyes, and a rockin' bod. Do you like scotch?
I might.
You very well contact. Okay. See. Now I'm wondering, is male for woman? Is that like interchangeable? Could it be vice versa? It could be a female looking for a male, Evan.
I think it's a male
I don't
looking
think
for
so,
a woman.
but I think it is. I think it'd be W4M.
Yeah.
You're feminine enough to pass.
Oh, thanks.
Okay, do you want to do more? Because I'm curious
do
to actually
another
read.
one,
Yeah. All right, Kyle, you want to pick one out of these?
Oh, fuck.
We
I
fucking
clicked
closed it
off
out. Now we would like to clarify we are in the Muncie missed connection, so that's specifically where we are.
Okay.
There's so. Oh, that's a good one. I'd say that one.
Bongo's bounce house.
Oh God, what
Yes.
the fuck?
Bongos
That's the
bounce
only-
house. That's literally. It sounds so interesting. It's loading.
It's the
because
only-
our Wi-Fi is garbage, which we could definitely talk about another time.
It is just a
That's
basic HTML
It's-
page.
It's real bad.
It only has text on it,
And it's
can't
not.
load
It's
it.
not loading. It's fucking sad.
Anderson Mall Bounce House.
Oh,
Here we go.
There
Okay.
we
There we
go.
go.
So, here you do the title. We can
okay.
trade it off.
Bongo's Bounce House. Male for woman. Anderson Mall Bounce House.
Our kids played together and rode the merry-go-round together. You gave my daughter a quarter for the rocket ship. Wanted to ask you for your number, but couldn't work up the nerve in front of your boys. Haha. Hope you see this.
This one breaks my goddamn heart.
How does he know that she's single?
He's got kids.
He's got kids. Like, oh man.
How does he know that she's not married? Like
It
what?
could've-
What?
it could have been a conversation they had. It could have been like,
So you divorced as well? Like
no, I mean, it could. I mean, that comes up. I mean, I feel like if you're at a mall, like if you're a single dad, which this guy obviously is. By the way, adorable just by nature. Like I'm single, because that in itself is like a lot of these feel so creepy. Like, but this one is so wholesome. I feel like there's something about just like, hey, I'm a single dad. Our kids were playing together. I really felt something. Like it was just a nice moment, and I couldn't work up the nerve because your boys were there. How adorable is that?
I mean,
that's so cute.
that
to
is
me.
better than you had a rockin' bod. I want
Is
to
that-
fucking rail you.
You like scotch?
Jesus Christ.
Fuck. I like this one. This is a really solid ending point for this topic.
Yeah, we don't want to end it with something horribly disgusting.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Just thank you
Yeah.
for this suggestion. If anyone who's listening has any more suggestions for shit they want us to like talk about or comment on, go ahead and throw it out to us because we appreciate it. Because we struggle to find things that are entertaining.
Yes.
Let's get 1,000 likes on this
No,
video,
Jesus,
guys.
Don't take it to that point ever. You went from Minecraft Let's Player to fucking Reporter of the Week last week with the fucking frat party shit, and now we're back at fucking like whoring.
I think we could get 1,000 likes, guys. That's all I gotta say.
Guys, if we get 1,000 likes, I will literally kill myself.
That's not the goal. That's not the goal. That's not the goal.
I will kill myself.
The goal is Flamin' Hot Cheetos sponsorship. That's the end game of the podcast. If as soon as we get that sponsorship, Flamin' Hot Cheetos, if you're listening, we're done.
I think at this point we need to reach out to them.
Do we?
Do we?
Actually,
I don't know.
I have an email
Hey.
right here from Flaming Hot Cheetos.
I know of somewhere where we could reach out to them. Craigslist Missed Connections.
Where's their headquarters?
Just mail for
Mail for Cheeto. Mail for Cheeto.
MM4C. Yeah, just mail for Cheeto.
Yeah, just mail for Cheeto.
FHC, Flamin' Hot Cheetos. That's what we're looking for.
Jesus.
That's what I know. That's what I need in my life. Smoking hot bod.
Oh yeah, ginger.
Ginger.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Prepackaged.
Bulging package.
Yes. Good package. Strong package.
Strong package.
Strong package. Spicy.
I want to see what's under that packaging. No.
If you're
That one was close.
if this
was
is
close.
you need to explain to me in detail the nutrition facts on the back of a Flaming Hot Cheetos bag.
How many calories are you, bitch?
Oh, I don't care how many calories that bitch is. I'm eating her.
No, just.
And that's one bitch I'm in. This Flamin' Hot Cheetos is a dirty, dirty mistress, and I love it.
What if you're trying to fuck Flamin' Hot Cheetos and Lay's shows up at the door?
Whoa. Trying to
it's
fuck
Lay's.
Flamin' Hot Cheetos? You think if I had the opportunity, Flamin' Hot Cheetos is in my house, I'm not boning down? You're wrong.
No. Like Craigslist missed connections. You're trying to reach out to them, and then Lay's shows up at your door instead of Flamin' Hot Cheetos. You got catfished. What do? Do you fuck the bag of Lay's?
It's a pity fuck at that point. It's like I feel
Really?
bad enough for Lay's to come all this way.
You don't like Lay's enough as who they are
It's
just
not what
fuck them?
It's not that I don't like it. It's just I'm not looking for it. It's not what I was looking for. The misconnection wasn't for Lay's. It was for Flamin' Hot Cheetos.
Well, at least Lay's has your pity, fuck you bastard.
They got something out of the deal. I don't know.
It wasn't a total loss.
It was all in all, 7.5 out of 10.
Yeah.
Good goof.
Very good goof.
Evan had an interesting
I
topic.
had an interesting topic. You know, I was in my bio class and I noticed that there's a lot of kids in my bio class who are actually getting married and or having
How the fuck
kids.
did you just notice this in your biology class?
No, because
I'm curious as to what just made you be like, oh, a lot of people are getting married today. Like, were they getting married during the course?
no. Okay, so I have a bio lab and we sat at a table of 4 and I'm the only guy at the table, but all the girls at the table are like seniors who have boyfriends who they've had for like 5+ years and they're either A, pregnant or B, getting married. So
Alright, how many of them are pregnant and getting married?
well,
Wedlock.
Fucking bastard.
the one is pregnant, but she's not getting married for a while. That we know of.
That is
we
why
know of.
you do not have premarital sex.
It is a sin.
It is a sin.
And you
It
will
is
go to
wrong.
hell.
We are good Christian boys. Premarital sex is wrong.
Well, let's rebrand 3 Christian boys.
Three Christian boys. Rebranding. Okay, so sorry. Continue your
That
story.
sounds like a really, really nasty porno.
So a lot of them, but the kind of nasty I'm into, like, spank me, father.
I was so bad.
Let me be your altar, bitch.
Oh my god.
Our father.
Give me my daily bread.
Oh my god.
Oh, go to hell.
Oh, straight to hell.
This is the moment.
Okay, so a lot of people are getting married, is what you're saying.
No, yeah, and I found it interesting that a lot of people in college are getting married and getting pregnant. Like, I don't know. For me, that just seems so far out, like in the
It seems
future,
like,
out of
yeah.
the realm of possibility.
I guess as a senior, it makes a little more sense. A college senior.
Yeah.
You know, you're like 22. I mean, it's not an awful age to start, like find someone like that and, settle
Yeah.
down. But like, what fucks me up is kids in high school getting married, because I saw a lot of that.
That's
Kids
wrong.
got married in high
Yeah,
school?
well,
Yes.
they're like engaged and they're like juniors in high school.
What
That
the-
doesn't make any sense to me.
What
That
the
is why our
fuck?
country's divorce rate is 52%.
Yeah, no
is what that
shit.
shit is.
I've looked at it has my opinion, it has a lot to do with like at least I've done some research on it cuz I don't like that idea. I don't like the idea of getting divorced. Like if I'm going to get married, I want to get married once.
Fair
So,
enough.
That,
yeah.
how
like-
it should be.
Yeah.
I did some very unofficial research. Don't take any of my word. Don't at me on Twitter.
Don't take our word ever.
Never believe what we
But-
say.
But basically what it has to do is the generation before ours, so our parents, they saw their parents, so basically the baby boomers were, getting married at that young age. And back in the day, divorce was not okay. I mean, it was. You could get a divorce, but
A lot of those people were miserable in their
yes,
relationship.
and that's
And
why.
they still are.
And that's why. And that's why. So then our parents' generation, who are the ones that are getting divorced the most, is because they see things in their relationship that they saw with their parents and how miserable their parents were, and that's
And they're like, fuck it. I'd rather just get a divorce.
Yeah, fuck
Divorce
it.
it's the social stigma that's changed.
Yes,
divorces are
yes.
expensive. They're extremely
Get a
expensive.
prenup, homie.
Yeah,
You gotta
prenup.
sign that prenup. If
We
you're
want
getting
prenup.
If you're
We
getting
want
married,
prenup.
if you're getting
Yeah.
married, you sign a prenup.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
I mean, if you're young and you have nothing, like if I were to get married, I would have
protect
to,
what if you get shit in the future?
Protect those assets, fam.
Protect your
you gotta
future,
protect those
homie.
assets.
I would protect my PS4, my clothing.
No. It's future assets too. It's all of your assets.
know.
You gotta keep that to check.
Take your fucking house and
Nah, man, I don't fuck with
throw
that.
you out on the street, make you live in
Watch me
out of a
sign that
fucking
prenup.
hotel.
So fast.
I know 2 people that, someone's parents that I know, they got a divorce. They will not listen to this podcast, so I'm okay with saying it. Their parents, or basically her mom was basically a shopaholic and would buy a bunch of stuff on a credit card, and her dad would have to pay for it because she didn't work.
That's some shit.
So he
Maxing
divorced
out
her
that
because of
fucking
it.
credit.
But in the the legal aspect, she knows a lawyer, so she got a good lawyer. He didn't get a good lawyer.
Because she took all his money, so he didn't have
And
the
he
money for a
got
lawyer.
stuck with all of the credit card debt.
Wow. Oh, wow.
If
People are
not
shitty.
all,
That's
the vast majority of it.
as
That's still
fuck.
any of that wasn't his. He shouldn't have
Anything
gotten
he
stuck
didn't
with.
buy,
And he was still okay with, fine, I'll take it. Get me
Wow.
away from that woman.
Okay, I mean, at that point.
Yeah, at that point.
Just
And
like,
then,
fine.
and then she went and married rich and now lives in a very, very large home.
And now she's gonna drain him of his money.
Probably.
Love.
And life. Just
Is it-
whatever life essence. Okay, I do want to tie back earlier when we were saying that you shouldn't believe anything we say. There is an exception to that rule. Flamin' Hot Cheetos. I love you, baby. I just want to put that out there. I have to make that explicitly clear. But no, back on the...
When are you proposing to Flaming Hot Cheetos?
That proposition's been out for a while.
Like, cause
Since the day I came out my mama, I was ready to get married, tied down to Flamin' Hot Cheetos.
so are you planning on getting married in college?
No, I think it takes a little whining and dining. Like, it's gonna be one of those long engagements. I'll get engaged in college, but I won't get married until I'm out of college.
Yeah, I
because
see.
like you gotta guard yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You can't wear your heart on your sleeve like that all the time, especially not with something as like wild and carefree as Flamin' Hot Cheetos. Like,
Yeah.
you gotta protect yourself. But
They got the fire in the soul.
love is love, man, and I got a fire in my soul for Flamin' Hot Cheetos, and I want their fire in my hole. If you catch me, my mouth hole.
Okay, I was gonna say don't put it in the other hole. That's just asking for some shit. That would
Literally.
hurt. That would hurt so bad.
That would be
Hey,
quite
did
the
you know that
burn.
hot and spicy is the only flavor that you can taste with both ends?
Oh god.
Have you tried the other flavors?
Like which ones?
Have you put a flaming hot Cheeto up your butt?
No, I'm saying when you shit and it burns.
Oh yes. I see what you mean.
I was really hoping I wouldn't have to explain that one, but here we are.
No, I understood that. I just wanted to see if you tried the other flavors
No,
by
that-
sticking like sweet up your ass or something. Cause
No, I haven't stuck anything up my ass.
I've definitely had those fire shits before. I had basically had a sauce one time. It was a 2.5 million Scoville unit sauce.
oh,
Just to give you a clarification,
Rough.
the hottest pepper that you can buy is the ghost pepper. No, it's the Carolina Reaper. And that
Oh,
one's
yeah.
right around 1.5 million Scoville units. So I almost doubled it. It hurt. I almost threw up.
chemical shit.
I wanted to die. My butthole also wanted to die the next day.
I almost died last night. I had never been to the point where I had to use the downstairs restroom.
Taco Bell.
because of my good pal T-Bell. But yeah, no, I could not make it up to the fourth floor. We were walking back into the dorm, and I said, "My boys, is there a bathroom downstairs?" And they said, "Yeah, it's down across from the computer lab." I said, "All right, see ya," and I hauled ass to the bathroom.
Honestly, that it was probably nobody in there, so that probably
There was
would've been
nobody.
Nice.
It was actually a really nice restroom.
Nobody ever
it's a
used that
really
bathroom.
nice bathroom.
It's
Really
so
clean.
nice.
10 out of 10. Yeah, all the time.
Will shit again.
Will, 9.5 out of 10. Will poop again.
Why? What's gives it a 9.5 instead of a 10? What made you
It was
upset?
it was almost a little too open. Like the distance between like when I was washing my hands, like the sink to the soap, I actually had to take like a step right to get to the soap.
That's
I
a
wasn't happy about
solid.
that.
That's a solid deduction.
That was a half a
0.5.
point deduction.
That
That
was
was a
bad.
half a point deduction. That's a
It's a
9.5.
fucking shitty bathroom.
But they
if you
did,
have to move.
but they did have paper towels and they didn't have any air dryers, which I fully support. I don't fucking like air dryers. My hands are still gonna be wet and they're loud as hell. I got sensitive ears. I'm
It
not a
takes
fan.
longer. I've got sensitive ears.
I don't fuck with that.
It's a sensitive boy.
I'm a wholesome Christian boy with wholesome Christian ears, and I don't need an air dryer raping them. You ever try to pee up into an air dryer?
No, I haven't. You have?
Have you?
What the fuck, Nate? Explain yourself.
Look, all I'm saying is try it sometime. You might be pleasantly surprised at the geyser effect that is created. It felt like I was standing in Yellowstone National Park, but I was Yellowstone.
It was
God damn it.
yellow, all right.
I'm gonna start calling my dick Old Faithful just for that reason.
Okay, I'm gonna make a very racist remark.
Oh, here
We
go.
may or may
Here
not
we
wanna
go.
keep this.
Here we go. Here we go.
You could definitely. So here, this is my idea of Yellowstone. An Asian man laying on his back, butt ass naked, trying to urinate straight up, but he's got kidney stones. Yellowstone.
That's not racist.
Is the fact that Asians are yellow is the joke?
I'm just trying not to be too racist, okay? I like Asians.
I think Okay, if
If I have to clarify.
if Yellowstone was like a derogatory or like defaming sex act, what would you say? Like, what would be your definition of giving someone a Yellowstone?
Oh shit!
This is a hard one. Okay.
Okay. I got it. So obviously, it's gonna have to do with an Asian man.
Okay, in your opinion,
Asian.
that's
and
has
then-
to be
and
Asian.
then this can be done on either a male or a female.
Okay.
But basically, what happens is they take their ball sack. So they grab the cock, and if you shake the shaft.
I'd like to clarify, we are good Christian boys.
If you take the shaft and you shake it up and down, your balls will also bounce. So if you shake your balls on their face, that's basically like a medieval stoning. Yellowstone. You're welcome.
That'd be Yellowstoning someone.
Hashtag Yellowstone.
Evan.
I was imagining one of those like really nice like Japanese gardens where like you just lay like among the rocks and someone urinates on you.
That's not bad. That's not bad. That's peaceful.
I like
that
it's
one.
peaceful as fuck.
I'm not saying mine's a good
you guys
idea.
are both going like Asian in both aspects. My
Not
thought.
really Asian.
You
I
said
guess Japanese
garden.
but yeah.
My idea of a Yellowstone is you right as you're about to come, you urinate and come into a woman's mouth. She keeps it, gargles it, and then lays on her back and then you take her cheeks and smush them, so then it just geysers out of her mouth.
I'd like to point out that you cannot urinate and ejaculate at the
That's
same
what I was
time.
gonna say.
You'd have to wait.
Impossible.
You like pee.
You either pee first.
Yeah, you pee and then
or piss
that's what I'm saying.
after.
Right as you're about
She's
to
gotta hold the pee in there the entire time you're building that shit up.
I would say do it after. I would wait.
pee after.
I would pee after the fact because
then it cleans you out as well.
yeah.
That's smart. Yeah, yeah.
You
yeah.
have to pee
no
after you
UTIs
come.
at that point.
Yeah, there you go.
UTIs are fucking dangerous.
Yeah.
Oh, and dispelling a popular myth while we're here, there is actually no sperm in pre-cum. It is just sperm that has been left in your urethra from a previous ejaculation that you just haven't cleared. Because you and I talked about that the other day, Evan.
And I'm surprised that the sperm can survive in there for that long, like just in your dick hole.
That's
in your urethra, I guess it's
just
gonna get
in your
technical.
dick hole.
Just sperm in your dick hole. What are you gonna do about it? Hey.
I was like the top. We had the three smart boys convened and we had a nice long talk about how we wanted to stray from factual information because we felt like the podcast where the last one that we did was just a bit boring, maybe a bit too long and too factual. And we're like, let's get back to our roots. Let's talk some nonsense. And this is what happens when we decide we want to talk nonsense.
Yeah.
Is this what you wanted?
When will you learn? When will you learn that your actions have consequences? Rest in peace, Evan, with the audio editing that's gonna have to take place because of this episode.
Yeah, because
I'm
we
sorry
are kind of
for
all over the place. Like,
What do
we'll
you
get
got going
quiet
on this
for a
weekend,
bit and
Evan?
then loud for a bit. Well, I was probably gonna stream some game dev with Typho. So.
Oh, you're gonna do the thing where you like make the game.
Typho is his friend.
Well, yeah. Okay, so I got this boy named Typho. That's what we call him. It's not his real name, but that's the only thing you'll ever refer to him as because he's Typho. And we make games together. So yeah, we sometimes stream it too.
Evan's a creative in that aspect. I played the game that
suppose.
you most recently made.
We've updated a shit ton since you played it.
It was actually terrifying. I was not a fan.
So-
in the best way though. Like I liked the
Yeah.
game, but like I was not a fan of how scared I was. I did not expect to legitimately be scared by that game.
And the reason, did I tell you the reason why we made it? If not, I could just explain it because we're on the podcast, might as well.
Just the game jam?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
basically there was this game jam called the Asylum Jam, and you basically have 48 hours to get your team and make a game that's scary for this Asylum Jam because it's a spooky game theme. And we did it, and we made a game, and it's pretty good. It's called Down Under. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it actually is really quality. And that's so fucking impressive to me that you made a game in 48 hours.
It was a grind.
Yeah.
I did not sleep very much.
No, that's awesome though. That's like, fuck. A game that good in 48 hours. Because it was a really quality game.
I mean, Typho was like up the entire time just programming. He got like 4 to 5 hours of sleep.
Throughout the entire weekend?
Well, like
A
each
night.
each
Okay.
night, and I'd say same for me.
Still,
but
that's minimal.
I just feel like he was like, I feel like he was grinding way harder than me because I was doing the art, and I feel like after a while I just kind of ran out of art, and then like I made the promo video and shit like that, did like credits, stuff
The
like
sound,
that.
you did the sound.
I did all the sound,
No,
So, yeah.
you should play it, Kyle, because it's fucking dope. I mean, not now, obviously.
Let the record show that I would love to play this game.
It's pretty good, and we're constantly updating it because we've actually gotten a lot of traction on it. On the Game Jolt page, there's like 750 views for it and like 130 plays.
That's awesome. That's super cool.
Like, that's the first game we essentially released, because Feathers of Fury, we haven't released that yet.
Yeah.
It's just the dev blog, and it's just saying, hey, we're working on this thing. It's a long, slow-burning project, but we haven't actually, like, released it. And, like, there's no playable version for people to play.
Love Feathers of Fury. I cannot wait for that game to actually be done.
It warms my heart to think about Feathers of Fury, just because, like, it's like my baby. It's my
really
baby,
good.
and it
It's
just
really good.
warms my heart.
It's really quality.
And I like ducks.
Did you play
I've played it. Yeah, it's very hard.
Okay, yeah, it is. It is a hard game.
And that's
it's
what
harder,
we need
yeah.
these kind of days, because we have too many easy games.
They're
Like Call of Duty, where it literally tells you where to go. And
Oh, shut the
Shoot
fuck up.
here.
Kyle, all you play is Call of Duty.
I play the multiplayer, which is harder. I have not played
the
a
multiplayer.
campaign since Call of Duty Black Ops 2.
I don't remember Black Ops 2
It wasn't
campaign.
even that. I don't play games because they're hard. I play them because they have good stories. Like if I'm playing on a PC, yeah, something that challenges me is a little more fun. That's why I like Feathers of Fury. But like my all-time favorite game is The Last of Us. Like, and it'll always stay that way because it was the first video game ever to make me cry, and I loved that. Like, first 10 minutes of that game, I teared up and I had to turn it off just for a while.
In Halo, when Sergeant Johnson died, that fucking almost made me cry. Like, I
Fucking
was like,
spoiler, dude. I didn't play that game, asshole.
you never.
You were never gonna play Halo.
Halo's been out for
Shut
like
the
10
hell
I'm
up.
never gonna
years.
play
It's
Halo.
seriously been out for so long.
I'm not buying an Xbox.
It's been out for so long.
Halo is a
Fucking
great
Halo 3
franchise.
doesn't Chief dies in Halo 3, doesn't he?
Chief never dies. From what I
They
know.
give the impression that he fucking dies.
No. At the
That's
end,
what I got.
he gets into a ship and he basically goes into a cryogenic
That's what
chamber
it
and
was.
waits.
Wait, Chief, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with the Halo series, as familiar as I should
Oh,
be.
I loved Halo. I basically, since elementary school, I've been playing Halo.
I've always been a PlayStation boy, so naturally,
Yeah.
no Halo for
I've
me.
been both. I had PlayStation 2 first, then an Xbox 360, and now I have a PS4. So I've been both sides. And I'm here to say that PlayStation is much better. Oh shit.
What
I
makes
fucking
you say
just
that?
said that.
What makes you say that?
I just think, well, one, the controllers, they feel better. I like the controller
Really?
layout way better on the PS4 than I do on the Xbox One.
To be honest with you, that's the thing I hate the most about PlayStation.
I hate the PS4 controllers.
I love the controllers.
I love Xbox controllers.
They're
They feel
fat-
so
they
nice.
fit nicely.
Yes.
I don't know. That's really it. And I like the games that are sponsored by PS4 more than Xbox. Like I didn't really play I didn't really play Halo. What was it? Is Titanfall Xbox only?
Yes.
Titanfall's Xbox only. I never got into that. Gears of War
is an Xbox.
That's
only.
Never
Xbox
got into
only.
that.
Gears of War is real good.
Yeah.
That's a real good
when it
game.
comes to title games, it pains me to say, but I think Xbox comes out on top on that because they have some quality
The
fucking games.
only PS only game that I really like was Little Big Planet. That
Little Big
game
Planet is a really
I
quality game.
loved.
No,
I
is-
wish that was on.
Is The
other
Last of Us
stuff.
PlayStation only?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Then that's what
That's
does
your
it.
favorite.
Also,
yeah.
what was it? Oh God, there's another game that was PlayStation only. I mean, there's a ton of them that
The
are.
whole Uncharted series. I've never played that, but I've heard
people
very
like
good
it.
things about that. So.
Gosh, Destiny. I liked Destiny.
Destiny's not.
No,
That's
I'm-
PlayStation only. That's PlayStation
That's on
exclusive.
Xbox, homie.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Maybe the second one, but the first one's not.
the first one was on
I
Xbox.
swear to God, it was on Xbox.
It's
too.
on PC too.
Really?
Yeah.
Destiny is all platforms.
PC. Yeah.
I could have sworn that
Well,
was PlayStation only.
Destiny 2's on PC, but Destiny 1 was console only.
Yeah,
But it
I
was
mean,
on all
I
consoles.
have the Destiny PlayStation 4. I have the white PS4, and I bought it because I enjoy Destiny a lot. I haven't played it in a long time, mostly because it's very repetitive. But when it first got it, that was like the best game I've ever freaking played. I enjoyed it a lot.
That's interesting.
They had a great storyline and it had a pretty decent multiplayer as well, and it was
The whole
just
thing was
completely
multiplayer,
different.
wasn't it?
Well, yeah, everything was multiplayer,
not
but there was a story. Like
Sort of.
it was kind of like free roam. Like you could be in
sort
this.
of a story.
You could be on the planet, and then other people could also be on that planet that you could team up and fight people if you really wanted to. But
You could do
not-
raids and shit.
It just
Yeah.
got. It was so. I never played it, but it was very grindy.
Oh, it was really grindy.
it got
that's
really
why I stopped
hard.
playing it.
Eventually, like when I got into the expansions, they got really hard.
I don't really like games that require me to grind. I like things that I
Yeah.
can like really immerse myself in.
Yeah.
Which is why The Last of Us was so great.
'Cause
Like because that's the whole purpose of that game, is just to immerse you. And what was great is it has a really underrated multiplayer. Because Last of Us has an online multiplayer.
They do.
And it's fucking awesome because it's just people versus people. But like you get the whole crafting system in multiplayer, so you can like throw Molotov cocktails at people, and like it's all third person. It's really cool. It's really good.
I still need to sit down and play it.
I have it in my room.
I know you have it.
I don't know if this game is on console because I played it on
Mm-hmm.
PC. I got it on Steam, but Dying Light is a very good game.
I don't know if it is on console, but I have played it. And
It's
very good.
It's so much fun. Like it's basically parkouring, just drop kicking, fighting zombies, and like fighting gangsters who are trying to like rule this place. Pretty much, it's real fun.
It's everything.
It's just fun to move around.
I think I saw. Are they making another one? Because
maybe.
Because I could have sworn I saw a game commercial for that somewhere, like on a YouTube video or something.
They might be. I think I might have heard about that as well, but I'm not sure.
I mean, last thing I'm gonna say about Destiny, it has the reason why I think I liked it the most. It had the most satisfying video game action I've ever done. I mean, I don't know if some of these listeners probably have never played Destiny and will never understand this. But no, like what? So you could pick from either being a Titan, a warrior, right, and a warlock.
Just a class system.
Yeah, and I picked warlock because your superpower. Everyone gets a little bit of a superpower that you can use once or twice a game. And for warlock, all it was is you would like basically summon this energy ball, but you would jump like 10 feet in the air and throw it down on people. Yeah. That was so cool. That's the way they made it look.
Class specialization?
No, just that animation, the way they would make, fucking jump 10 feet and you jump over everyone and just throw a fucking...
The fluidity of the movement in the game.
It was
is what
beautiful.
It's like the animation kind of.
Yes. It was awesome. Okay. And they were able to do that in a multiplayer atmosphere, which...
Overwatch has a lot of that.
Yeah.
Overwatch has a lot of that.
Overwatch does. I've played a lot of Overwatch, so I've kind of gotten tired of it. Cause
I got tired of Overwatch quick, to be entirely honest. There's any game that requires me to sit there and like play for extended periods of time that like aren't story based. So like online multiplayer, I've never been a fan of. Like I can play maybe like 2 rounds. I can last like 30 minutes, but then I got to turn it off. Exception, Rocket League.
Holy shit.
I can grind out some Rocket League.
I'm not really a fan of Rocket League.
I fucking love Rocket League. Dude, I don't know what it is about that game. I just think it's so much fun because it's like nothing I had ever played.
Yeah,
it was so
really
entirely
fun.
different.
It is very different.
And how challenging it was.
Yeah.
Like in the fact, like I like things that challenge me in that aspect. So like the fact that it was consistently challenging, and I'm like, I have to learn this entire new movement system and like how everything gets slidey. And then as soon as I got acclimated to it, they're like, hey, we're gonna add mods. So like no gravity, heavy balls, like extra bounce, like speed, and they added all of these like modifiers, and it's just like, oh shit, like it was just so much more to learn. Like we would turn on a game mode. Like, it was custom, but we would do unlimited boosts, so you'd have all the boosts that you wanted.
Oh, yeah.
And then no gravity and time warp. And time warp is the grossest fucking thing, because as soon as you hit the ball, it, like, slows down and then speeds back up. So the only way to play this game, truly, because there was, like, no gravity, was to fly. And so I had to learn how to play in the air, and I was like, oh, fuck me. It was so cool, though. That game is so awesome. As you can tell, I get real hype about Rocket League. I like that game.
I think if they should create... if they could create a racing game...
What a save! What a save! What a save! What a save! Jack disabled for 3 seconds.
if they could create a racing game with like Rocket League with the cars and the customization and the boosts and the whole like
Forza,
and you can put in the fact that you sometimes have to fly and jump over shit.
A better Forza.
That's not
a higher Forza.
A more arcadey Forza.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at.
It's very. I feel like there probably is.
Yeah, I'm sure there is out there.
Probably.
I just really like Rocket League.
I guess kind of the new
cool.
Mario Kart is kind of like that. Because there's like wrapping around tracks and shit. It's
and
really
like hang
crazy.
gliders and shit.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on in the new one.
It's all over the place.
They did that. They did a lot with that. I know I played, what was it? It was Diddy Kong Racing on my DS.
Oh, the one where
back
you
in the day.
do the bongos? Or
Probably, I don't think there's...
Dude, the bongos was actually... You know how they had like Guitar Hero?
Yeah.
Nintendo capitalized on that. That's what the bongo game is. No shit, it was like a Guitar Hero. I had it.
Well,
Donkey Kong bongos.
I remember there was a bongo racing game of Donkey Kong where you had to do bongos the entire time to keep your thing moving.
That's disgusting.
That
is the worst thing I've ever heard.
It was so tiring.
That sounds like cancer.
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
I only played it once. It wasn't my game. It was somebody else's. But yeah.
You can play Mind Bongos anytime, Evan.
Oh fuck.
There it is.
Wow, we really got
became-
passionate about games for a
We
moment.
became game news crap. Gaming news crap.
It wasn't really news. It was more gaming opinion crap.
Yeah.
Gaming opinion crap.
It's easy to have opinions about games.
iDubbbz,
so.
if you want to collab, let us know.
Oh, Jesus. Hey, do you have a favorite video game, Evan?
Okay. I can't say one game over all games, like, just reigning supreme. Like, I have different favorites for different categories, and that's the best I can do. I can't think of one game that if I had to choose for the rest of my life, that'd be the game I played. Like,
Okay.
it's hard to do that. I have I have sentiments with each
I understand.
different ones.
I get it.
And yours is Last of Us,
Last
so
of
we
Us.
already know.
I mean, that's just like, if it was the one game I had left to play, done. Because I went through and played it through with a friend, and, like, they watched me play it, and I had way more fun the second time, like, playing through the story again, just because, like, I knew the mechanics, like, I knew everything, so I was better at the game, and so it was just, like, I just got to enjoy it all over again, and I realized how much I forgot about it. So, like, there were pieces that I played again for the first time, and that was so fucking dope. Like, I remember, like, base storylines and stuff, but, like, there's some stuff that goes off, like, to the side, and it's just, like, I completely forgot about it. And, like, moments that I was like, oh, shit. So I got to, like, feel the game all over again. It was so good. It was, I love that game so much. Good game. 10 out of 10.
What would you say?
IGN.
My favorite game that I would play for the rest of my life forever, GTA 5. No question. There's just
There's
so
a lot
much to
to
do.
There's a lot to do with
There's
GTA.
so much to do in
I
I'm
GTA.
so bored, though.
I get bored because I just end up fucking around and robbing and then just killing people and then that's it.
I never thought I'd say it, but I get really bored of killing people. I just...
After a while, it's like, wow, he
There's no more
dies
joy
again.
left in it.
Yeah.
Like, just mowing people over. Like,
I don't
It
know.
gets tiring.
maybe that's why people suicide bomb. You do it once and you get that joy, just like that one time, that rush, and it's just that ultimate rush. And then you get the orgasmic silence of death, and that's just like, you know, the ultimate nut.
It's so.
ultimate
is
nut.
dying.
This is all a joke. We just have because that sounded very serious. It wasn't. So if you don't know our personalities enough, you might not realize that is a joke.
We're going to have to start adding a disclaimer to the beginning of videos saying that nothing we talk about is serious. Don't be surprised if you're listening to this and you heard a disclaimer at the beginning of this video. Like,
We probably should put one in, but
on the real though, death would be the ultimate nut. The shit. Imagine just like getting there, like you're just, you know, really getting into it, pounding away, and then you're just like, I'm gonna Kurt Cobain this shit, and you just,
God damn it.
you nut, and then you blow your braids out, and then just fucking nothing, on down forever. And then it's just, you're covered, the wall is plastered in your brains, and you're plastered in your semen, and that's how I want to go out.
see, I'd probably hang myself by my dick, so then it jerks me off as I'm fucking hanging. You know,
I like that. Would that kill you, or would that just rip your dick off?
probably just rip my dick off and then it'd be ticklish.
They would still die, but it'd take a while.
I would bleed it. Well, all the
You would
blood would
bleed
be in
out.
my dick, and then I'd bleed out because then it'd rip out and just fucking
Go up the river. You follow? Up the river
and
on
then
those wrists.
fuck my wrist
No,
hole.
I was not talking about that. I was saying then hang yourself by your dick. That's too dark, Evan.
God.
Just
Where is this going?
Oh, right down the shitter.
Are you still? Are you guys still listening? Are you guys still there?
So
You know what I apologize for? Nothing. You could make it yourself. You could do a hand puppet of your hand, but with your dick.
no. If Jesus had a hole in his hand, then
Oh, he could fuck
We
his hand.
we are 3 Christian boys.
And that's why we're talking about Christ, our Lord and Savior.
oh fuck.
You can't hold hands with God while you're masturbating. Unless you make eye contact.
Oh my God.
I know one listener in particular who's going to just love this episode.
I wonder who.
Same listener that recommended Craigslist Misconnections. I apologize for nothing. This is where we should be. Right here. This is the content I came to create.
darkest shit
This is the content I came to
imaginable.
create. We got a couple of recommendations on Reddit from people who are like, make your content like relatable. And if you can't relate to fucking your own wrist, I don't know.
Don't listen to this podcast.
I don't know what
Wrist
you
gash.
can relate to.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of Yeah, I got time for this. There's the vajankle.
The vagina.
What? You've never heard of the vajankle? Okay.
Sounds like a Christmas ornament.
It might as well be. It's so for people who have foot fetishes,
God.
you can get a pocket pussy and it's just a foot, right? So it's just the silicone mold of a foot and it cuts off at the ankle and it's just like flat. But where the ankle is, like there's a pocket pussy vagina. And so you're just fucking a foot from the ankle.
Oh my God.
Why?
And it's called the vajankle. Because if you have a foot fetish, you'd be into that sort of thing.
Would you? Like,
I mean,
I know I am.
I'm not. I'm
you're
not.
into
I
fucking
don't have a foot
decapitated
fetish.
feet?
I didn't say that.
Feet cannot be decapitated. I don't think.
You could decapitate anything.
I mean, I'm pretty sure the term decapitated has to only do with the head.
It is only referring to the head.
That's what I
but
It's still referring to head in this case.
hell
Would that
yeah.
wait? Would that mean? Would that mean? Could you call getting your dick cut off, or at least the head of your dick cut off? Would that be
Decapitation.
decapitation?
No, that's called sin.
I mean, it's called.
That's
called-
called living. That's
circumcision.
called living in sin.
Alrighty then.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, that just.
I want to
wow.
give a big shout out to my boy Hosey. I love you, buddy.
Wow,
Contact me, please.
That's a really interesting way to tie in that
Transition.
conversation.
Yeah.
I love you, Hosey.
Did Hosey say something to spark fucking feet?
No, I just love
No,
Hosey.
that's never ever been brought up with Hosey. Not that I'm aware of. The dude fights with swords. He's a total badass, but I don't think he likes fucking feet.
But if he does, I'd love him still the same. Hosey, if you have a foot
That's
fetish,
implying
that's
that there's
okay.
something wrong with foot
Would
fetishes.
you, would you
There's
love
not.
him more if you could fuck his foot?
No, I wouldn't. I would honestly not love him any less or more if he enjoyed fucking feet or I enjoyed fucking his feet.
Well,
I've never seen the boy's feet. I don't think.
I bet he's got nice. Does he have nice feet?
I bet you he has some nice feet. Hosey, I need to know. Please, Hosey, if you're listening to this, comment down below and tell us how your feet are. If you can post pictures. I don't know. I don't think you can.
You can't post
You
pictures
can link to
the com-
Imgur.
Yeah, give us a link to Imager of a picture of your feet. That's just for everyone who listens to this podcast. Hosey, please. Please.
Extend it beyond Hosey. All of our listeners, go ahead, just leak images of your feet, because apparently we're sick fucks now.
I mean, we're here.
Fuck
We're
it.
here.
Fuck it. Here we are. This is an end. That's it.
That's it.
If we don't get one foot picture,
Till next
So
time,
help me.
please send us your feet. This has been the Three Smart Boys.